Welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one, aka the idiot, Dave Koco from DVKOCO.com. We're always live on twitch.tv/KocoSports, so make sure to follow us over there too. They even know I'm making a big dedication to coming back to YouTube. I miss you guys. Is it because my Twitch ads went down? Don't you dare say that! I've always missed you. I've always come back to YouTube. Bezos. Still nothing? It's great to be back. We're going to talk about SmackDown and some WWE headlines. As always, we ask you win, loss, or tie. What did you think of SmackDown? I don't know. It's like, I trust Triple H. I love Roman Reigns, what he's doing right now. But it's like outside of the bloodline. It's like, yeah. But there's enough. There's enough to give it a win. I say give it a win. Granted, I don't have access to the show, so I watch a lot of the clips and a lot of YouTubes, so I don't get the commercials. I don't get this. I get stuff edited out. So I think my viewing experience going overseas is probably better than a lot of North American experiences because, like, they just edit everything out. You're like, oh, that match was bad. Whatever, dude. Here's the result. Gone. So I am seeing an edited version of WWE because I live in Japan. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. The Usos disappointed Roman Reigns in face-to-face with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Basically, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with their tag team partners were cutting promos. It was amazing. Then the Usos attacked, but Roman Reigns was very disappointed and told them, get the hell out of here. And then they're like, oh no, we're worried. Dude, let me tell you something, dude. The Roman Reigns bloodline feud, everything that's involved with is good. You got Pretty Deadly defeating the Brawling Brutes. Kind of sad. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Brawling Brutes, so hopefully they get it. Of course. You know, I got to give it a win. You get an Asuka match. Asuka defeats Selena Vega, puts her in a submission, doesn't take the submission off, and Bianca Belair comes out, gets it. She goes to grab Asuka outside, and she goes for the mist. And guys, if you could do yourself a favor, please look at the story of Asuka, aka Kana. That's what she was named in Japan. Or that's the name she went by in Japan. Just her relationship growing up and the Great Muta. It's such a great story, dude. I get goosebumps and cry every goddamn time. So it was great to see her have the mist and see where it goes. Grayson Waller has AJ Styles on the Grayson Waller effect. This has potential. I don't know. It's almost good. You know, AJ Styles cutting a promo, and at the very end, he's like, ho, Seth Rollins is gonna win. I'm pretty sure it was like that. I rate this segment almost good. You're like, I could see this being good in a few years. The Street Profits defeat LA Knight and Rick Boogs. Like I said, I'm a returning WWE fan, and I don't know, returning WWE watcher. I don't know if I'm a fan. You guys, holy shit, dude. You guys love your corporations. Rick Boogs, I found him to be very entertaining. Very entertaining. Alba Fry and Isla Dawn defeat Feroza and Leon. What am I, watching Impact? Just fucking spooky. I don't know. I think because I watch so much pro wrestling, I'm just over spooky characters. And maybe they're not spooky characters, but just characters that are like supposed to fucking scare you. And they're like, oh, we dominate NXT, now we're dominating here, and I fucking have weird facial expressions and lick my fucking... It's like, dude, just be fucking normal and have a good match, okay? Just be fucking normal and have a good match. Listen, if your character level isn't at Asuka, then fucking tone it down a bit. I don't know. I wasn't feeling this, but at the same time, I haven't watched NXT since it turned to NXT 2.0, back to black and yellow. So maybe I'm the jerk. And give it time. That's what I'll say. I'll give it time. I was not impressed, but who knows. I did enjoy this part. Austin Theory comes out, cuts a promo. Propaganda works, dude. Propaganda works. Like, I love that, like, fucking someone can be hated their whole career and then they name drop and like, yeah, that's our guy. It's like, all right, fucking weird. But yeah, Sheamus goes to pick the mic up to shoot a promo on him, and instead gives him the old bro kick, knocks him out, and does a mic drop. And you know what? I like it. Overall, I'm invested. I'm good. I got to see more of Austin Theory. Everyone's like, Austin Theory's the man. It's like, all right, well, show me what you got. And, of course, the LWO, big fan of what they're doing, bringing the LWO back, defeats the Usos. The Usos have the match at hand. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come down to distract them. And then just because, like, man, like, the way they shoot Roman Reigns is so much better than they've shot almost any other character. They go to the back, and it looks like Solo's going to save him, and he just taps and just there. Like, why can't all the storylines be as good as that? It's like, if it ain't Asuka or the Bloodline, I'm like, oh. You bring out the Bloodline and Asuka, I'm like, all right, I'm in. I'm in, you son of a bitch. I'm in. But overall, I give it a win, but I am a returning fan. And I also watch an international edited version because, you know, it's not like they have their own network where they could put up the show completely for the fans in Japan because they're an international company. No. All right, let's go check out WWE news. Reading most of this off tpww.net. No affiliation whatsoever, but we got a couple from others. In regards of McIntyre has a mystery injury. He's been out. Some people are saying it's a creative problem. Current Meltzer reported that WWE officials do have the option to freeze and extend the contract to add to his current injury-related absence, meaning his current contract could potentially now expire at a later date than previously believed. And it's kind of a shitty fucking clause in the contract. I don't think people know how bad pro wrestlers got it. Like, can you imagine a pro athlete having to do that? Like, well, you know, I know Otani, you were about to sign for the Yankees for $1,200 billion, but in 1986 you stubbed your fucking toe, so shut the fuck up and you're an angel. But yeah, so in regard to McIntyre's future in WWE, Meltzer reported that McIntyre has yet to ask for a potential release from his contract, nor have both sides yet agreed to terms of potential new deal. And a lot of people are saying it has to do with creative stuff, so it'll be interesting. I like Drew McIntyre, and him and his match with Sheamus was beyond belief, and it was a great strong style match. I loved it. All right, Liv Morgan is injured, and perverts all around the world cry. Here's the thing. Can someone in the comments say how good Liv Morgan is without mentioning how hot she is? I just feel like when I hear Liv Morgan's name, I just picture her fan base as the most disgusting fucking perverts you've ever met. Maybe it's because I'm live on Twitch. Maybe it's because, I don't know, I've never met a fucking person go, oh, Liv Morgan's a good wrestler. Oh, Liv Morgan can hold her own. They're always like, she's so hot. I wish she was my wife. It's like, all right. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no gauge. I watch her on the pay-per-views. She is an attractive woman. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Do these fucking perverts not know that there's Orn out there? P, wait, not corn. There you go. I don't think you're allowed to say what we're saying on YouTube anymore. And I'm trying to be a good boy, even though I say fuck every 10 seconds. But yeah, it's a weird situation. So, can you guys say, hey, can you put away your pervertness away and rate Liv Morgan as an athlete and a sports entertainer? Is it possible? But she's injured. It was announced that the teams for this upcoming matches are Rodriguez and Mystery Partner. Ooh, the Mystery Partner. Who could it be? It could be you. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Damage Control, which is Bayley and Sky, but you already knew that. And Deville and Green. I'd like to see Damage Control or Ronda Rousey and Baszler win this. But like I said, I am what the WWE always wanted me to be. A casual fan. Moving on. Next. The WWE reported planning 2 major NXT specials to take place this summer. PW Insider's Mike Johnson reported that his sources stated that WWE officials are currently planning for their next NXT event following this month's NXT Battleground event to take place on August 12th. Johnson reported that the WWE officials have yet to lock down a location for the upcoming NXT brand. Isn't it weird that big companies like AEW and WWE don't have their buildings locked down? Maybe it's because they're so wealthy and have such no problem getting buildings. But it's crazy that they're like, oh, we'll lock down a building. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I don't know. It just, you think it would be way more in advance planned out. But maybe I'm just a jerk. Dave Metzler reported in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter that WWE officials are currently planning for the NXT special to take place on July 4th and would air on USA Network. This government NXT specialty report is currently planned to be this year's Great American Bash. I love the Great American Bash. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Can we get Starrcade back? Great American Bash is probably one of the greatest names for a pay-per-view. And July 4th? Come on, boys. Is there anything more American than that? USA! USA! Say it with me. USA! USA! It feels weird chanting that because I've been out of the country for like 20 plus years. Like most of my life has not been in America. Oh well, still. USA! USA! All right, let's get back to that action. Bam! WWE to hold live event in India this September. I've been saying this for years, and that's what I love about having a YouTube channel that wasn't deleted. Thank you, Susan. India is an insane market. If you're ever looking to invest in overseas, let me take that back because you idiots will fuck it up and then blame me. India is a hot market, and if you're a giant corporation, you should be hitting up India. And if you're clever enough, you should be working with India and the growth of India. Please do your own research. I know some fucking idiot is going to be like, Ghetto doesn't actually live in your house, and I invested my fucking life mortgage into this fucking Indian call center, and I didn't make anything. Now I fucking hate you. Oh, God. Dude. Fucking some people, dude, you have some big fucking balls to give advice on the internet about business. Because, dude, people. There you go. And do your own research. Invest wisely. India is a hot market. And the reason why it keeps getting postponed, it was postponed a bunch of times. Sony, India, and Z at the time. So, Z and Sony India were merging. Yeah, merge is always good for the little guys. But hey, what are you going to do? All right, SmackDown, win, loss, or tie. And we are KocoSports on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, maybe MySpace, and definitely the mean streets of Yokohama. It feels good. It feels good. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And with that, I am over.